Yo, 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 it is showtime. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys as promised, but this time is a live version of an NHL DFS live version video. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell icon so you know my videos go live like right now. And yeah, comment in the comments, guys. Let's hear it. Let's see you. Let's hear you. And without further ado, let's start the show. All right, guys. So real quick before we get into today's two-game NHL slate, I just got to shout out the DFS Club, man. DFSclub.com. If you want to come join us, we do every single sport, guys. We got DFS Space, myself, Skywalker DFS. Had an NBA takedown over the weekend, which was really nice. We do NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis. We got tennis going on right now. Soccer, NASCAR. NASCAR's back. UFC, WNBA, college sports, guys. EuroLeague basketball. All you got to do is click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And pick your plans, guys. We're the cheapest in the industry. We have our bronze, silver, and gold plans, and our 3-day passes for only $7.99. We do the members only podcast 1 hour before lock. You cannot miss that. That is when all the news comes in fast and furious for NBA. Just wrapping up NFL. So it was weird yesterday not having NFL on a Sunday. It was weird. Prize picks. You guys like prize picks, man? Everybody's doing prize picks in here. Sports wagering also. Besides DraftKings, FanDuel, you name it, guys. DFSclub.com. Don't you dare be sour. And come join us, guys. We're the cheapest in the industry, and I stand by that 100%. All right, so let's go. We got a two-game slate. Sorry about the background, guys. I just, it's a live video. I'll set up the studio for the recorded ones. Let's go to Draft Dashboard, guys. So check it out. The sponsor of the video, it's $1 for 30 days. I'll leave the link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It's a great for all your NHL, NBA, NFL, MLB needs, guys. You get access to all my player pools, too. It's only $1. Make you holla. Click on the link in the description below. You yourself can have this exact tool draft dashboard. Okay, so we got two games on the slate. We got Devils at the Senators, over-under 6.5. Not over-under, but total implied. And then Hurricanes Maple Leafs is 6. I would take the over on that. I think there's going to be more goals than 6 in that game with Toronto and the Miami Hurricanes. And the Devils and Senators, I mean, yeah, it could be a high-scoring game, but I don't expect it to be. I don't know, guys. I might take the under on that. Let's see. Let's go over the player-by-player picks, and then we'll get into, like, lines and stacking and all that good stuff. If you guys have a question, leave it in the comments. So let's get into it, guys. So individual plays. So we'll start off here at center. We got Tim Stutzel. Sound like a damn bread. Can I get a Stutzel bread? Can I get a Stutzel bread panini, please? He's only 4.9K. Going up against New Jersey. Last time against New Jersey, he got 7 fantasy points. I mean, he's not really going to dud on you. And for 4.9K, I mean, these Ottawa and New Jersey guys are really cheap today. So you want to do a Miami stack first line, Carolina stack first line. You can fit New Jersey or Ottawa very easily today. They're very, very cheap. He plays 18 to 24 minutes of ice time, which is quite a bit actually for a forward. Normally, you see that in defenders, So 4, 6 in his last 3. For 4.9 on DraftKings, I really don't mind that. And it looks like Nico Hischier is going to be the starting center for New Jersey going up against Ottawa today. He's only 4.1 for a first-line center. Hey, Jack, that's not too bad. Last time against Ottawa, he got 1 fantasy point. But they're kind of short-handed, so you never know. I mean, if you want to be different, you can probably stack this game. The over-under is higher by a half a point, but I think everybody's going to go Toronto, Carolina today. So if you wanted to stack this game, New Jersey, Ottawa, I think, on a 2-game slate, you got to find ways to be different. So you can do that, and then just do a one-off and for like defenseman for the other game, or vice versa. I'm going to do both. I'll play 3 lineups today like I always do. And my goodness, NHL has been so nice to me this year as far as DFS goes. So, yeah, you can start off with these 2 guys. Austin Matthews should be the chalkiest player on the slate, and rightfully so. He's 9.5K, first line center, power play, you name it. 18, 21, 48 in his last 3. That's pretty damn good, guys. Last time against Carolina, got 12. You're paying 9.5K. You kind of want in the 20s, but, I mean, he's the best player on the slate, I think. Best center on the slate by far. Sebastian Aho at 7-2, first line center for Carolina. 12, 10, and 4 in his last 3. I haven't had any luck with this guy this year, to be honest with you. I've had luck with the second line with Carolina more than the first line. But last time against Toronto, he did get 12. So that's not too bad. 7-2. I mean, if you're going to roll out that first line of Carolina, not too shabby. Jonathan Taves, 6.3K. Not too bad. Last time against Carolina, only a 3, but I mean, history in hockey really doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you. The puck's going to bounce your way or it's not going to bounce your way. That's pretty much it, guys. So, Jonathan Taves, 6'3" is fine. Vincent Trocheck, second line center for Carolina is fine at 5.6K. 17 and 15. And then he had that goose egg, though, 2 games ago, which kind of hurt. I think I had him that game, too, to be honest with you. He plays anywhere from 16 to 20 minutes of ice time out there. So let's look at ownership on centers. Before that, we got Jason Spezza, 2.5K. He's bare minimal, guys. I think there's good value here. It's a one-off, 13, 10, and 8 DraftKings points in his last 3. Hasn't dudded in his last 5. So if you need a punt play, which I don't think you do on this slate, Jason can get you there. So let's look at ownership real quick. So Nico Hischier, 21%. Nick Paul, who's that? Jake Paul, 23%. Yeah, Austin Matthews, 53%, ladies and gentlemen. 53%. Sebastian Aho, 24%. Jonathan Taves, 32%. So on and so forth. So that's kind of what we're looking at center. What's up, Bob? How you doing, man? Can we get Chris to post which lines these players are playing on? Yeah, I'm going to ask him about that for Draft Dashboard. That would be awesome. It's just lines do change every day, especially right now in the COVID era. Not most of the time, I'd say, yeah, they're going to play on the same lines, but not always. So it's always, you got to see in the morning practice, the morning skate, who's practicing with who. That kind of gives you a good idea of who's going to play on what line. But, like for teams like Toronto, it's going to be Austin Matthews. He's always going to play that first line center. Let's go to wingers. Bunting's going to play on the first line. He always does. So let's look at wingers. Let's look at Ottawa right now. Brady Tkachuk. I mean, there were some questionable tags, but it looks like he's going to play today, guys. Last time against New Jersey, he got 17 DraftKings points. First line winger for Ottawa. 10, 8, 21 in his last 3. Right now, garnering 39%. Next to Mitchell Marner. Mitchell Marner is probably the best player on the slate, especially for only 6'4". 44, 26, 24 in his last 3, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But Brady Tkachuk at 6'3", getting lots of love today. Jasper Bratt for 4.4K. Not too shabby. I mean, let me take a look here what we're estimating. So he should play on the first line today for New Jersey. So if I can get to all first lines, I do. If I have the salary for it, if I'm going to play everybody, I try and get to their first line. If I can't, I'll go second line. I very rarely have success playing third line people, playing off a third line on my lineup. So it's rare. You kind of got to get lucky, to be honest with you. But yeah, first line, Brady Tkachuk, Jasper Bratt, Alex Formenton, 3.5K, very cheap here. This man plays a ton of ice time, guys. He plays 17 to 20 minutes of ice time per game. 3, 4, 15 in his last 3. Just these guys are so cheap, right? These guys are so freaking cheap. He's going to play on that second line for Ottawa, it looks like today. Then we got Tyler Ennis at 3.4K. Ennis, 7, 6, 15 in his last 2. No history against Let's see. Where we got him at today? Man, he might be on that, like, yeah, he's on the third line. So just a one-off. I'm not going to rush out to get him, but dude's been not just for 3.4K. Again, one-offs. These Tyler Ennis's, these Alex Vermontons, like, they're nice one-offs. Let's see. Same with Nathan Bastian here, 2.5K. That's bare minimal for a guy that's getting you 6, 13, 6 in his last 3. 14, 17, 19 ice time minutes in his last 3. Last time against Ottawa, too, he got double digits. He did get a 10. But like I said, it doesn't mean everything in NHL. Because like I said, the puck's going to either bounce your way or it's not. So Nathan Bastian's fine at 2.5. Right now, garnering like no ownership because you really don't need it today. Andrei Shevchenko, trying to say it right. When I say it in my head or I say it out loud by myself, I can say it perfectly. For some reason, when I go live or if I'm recording, I mispronounce names like crazy. First line winger for Carolina. No Toivo Teravainen today. It doesn't look like he's going to play. That might change, though. He sat out the last 2 games with a lower body injury. So Andre should go off at 6.5K. 15, 16, 4 in his last 3. Play on that first line. But we got Mitchell Marner here. The chalkiest winger. Obviously, it's close between him and Kachuk right now. But yeah, 44, 26, 24 in his last 3. Playing out of his freaking mind. 15, 23, 18 in his last 3. Great matchup against Carolina. I get these are 2 good goaltenders going up against each other, but just the talent on both these teams with Toronto and Carolina, I mean, shoot. I mean, it's going to be tough for these goaltenders today. They're going to have a tough time. Now, if you want to roster one of these goaltenders just to get sheer, like, save points, both these goaltenders should break that 33 save mark, which I believe you get a little bonus on DraftKings for. So rather they win or lose, you just don't want to get them in the negative. That's when you get yourself in trouble. Happened to me several times this season. Oh, it's so frustrating. You got Michael Bunting, 3.8K. He's going to play on that first line. He won't play on the power play, but he will play on the first line for Toronto. 3.8K, 18, 2, 45 in his last 3. I had him at that 45, but he was chalk. Like today, he's right now around 29%. So don't mind that. Don't mind Nino Niederreiter. He plays on the second or the third line. Where they got him at today? Let's see. Man, he's not even. Okay, so we don't even know if he's going to play. So scratch that. He's always been my go-to. He's always been cheap, and he always comes through for me. So let's scratch that one. We don't know if he's going to. Alexander Kerfoot, though. This guy always comes through for me. The price tag is laughable. Why is Alex Kerfoot only 2.5K? I mean, someone explain this to me. Second line for Toronto. Dude's been amazing, especially for his price tag. 3, 16, 13, 1 and 8. I get that, but whenever it's just one of these things. When I play this guy, he goes off, and he's bare minimal. Alexander Kerfoot. I'll play him before I play William Nylander. William Nylander, 5.7K. Look at that. He's been doing 3, 3, 0 in his last 3, 26 and 9. It is after the All-Star break, so maybe he has a better second half of the season, but just been unimpressive, man. Kerfoot, I probably take a lower ownership, which he is. He's 24. Nylander's 35. So, yeah, give me Kerfoot. They both play on the same line, but if I had to, put a vaccine to my head, I'd probably pick Kerfoot here for lower ownership. Now, William Nylander does have the higher upside. I get it. He has a better history in the NHL, but very streaky sport. So let's go to defense here. Thomas Chabot at 6.7K. I don't think you need to pay up for defense today. Last time against New Jersey, he did get a 16, which is, that'd be great if you can do it again. Last 5, 4, 16, 11, 9, 5. So for 6, 7, we kind of want a little bit better than that, right? Let me scroll down. Let's see who else we got. Jacob Slavin, he's always going to play at 4.5K. 4, 10, 11 fantasy points in his last 3. Plays 20 to 25 minutes of ice time a game. Brett Pesce also, 2.9K. These guys are really cheap today. 16, 4, 13 fantasy points in his last 3. Hasn't dudded. Last time against Toronto, he did get a 4. Right now, garnering about 2% ownership. Not too bad. Justin Holl, as an Holl, not Hole. 2.5K. Where'd this guy come from, right? 21 minutes of ice time a game. Right now, garnering only 2%. 12, 3, and 13 in his last 3, and then a 4. So, Justin Holl, not looking too shabby today. But you got Morgan Riley. I'd rather just not mess around and find out. 5.7K. Should be on that first line tonight. 2, 17, 13 in his last 3. He'll play 27 to 30 minutes sometimes, depending on if they need him to play that many ice times. But defenders normally play a lot more minutes than forwards if you're new to NHL DFS, which I'm sure a lot of you will be come the NBA All-Star break. Let's see. I think that was it. Because defense is just pretty cut and dry today, guys. Let's see. Let's take Rob down. Let's see. Dylan says, we need NBA chat. I know you've been killing it in NHL. We need NBA chat. Yeah, dude, I'm going to do a NBA Live Before Lock today. Don't you dare be sour. There will be an NBA Live Before Lock today. But I promised an NHL video, so here it is, guys. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do an NBA one. I got you for everything, man. But NHL has been so good to me this year. I just want to, spread the knowledge, man. Just give an insight onto what I'm looking at today. Obviously, my favorite line is going to be Toronto, that number 1 line with Austin Matthews, Marner, Bunting. Let's see. My number 2 favorites. Obviously, I don't know. Carolina is tricky. First or second line, right? First line, you got Aho, Shevchenkov, and Jasper Fast. Second line's looking like Trocheck, Seth Jarvis, Jordan, Martinook. Sound like Marmaduke on that second line. So, I mean, both lines are playable for Carolina. They're both good lines. Ottawa, New Jersey, no need to play the second or third line here. I think you just go with the first lines. Very affordable to stack. Jersey, Jasper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Igor Sharagovich for New Jersey. And then for Ottawa, Brady Tkachuk, Tim Stutzel, and Adam Goudet. 13.7K to stack those guys on DraftKings. Very, very cheap. So I don't think you need a dumpster dive here with third lines with Ottawa and New Jersey. Second line for Toronto, I mean, doesn't look too good, man. Honestly, I'd rather just get the Matthews, Mitch Marner, and if you guys want to throw in for the power play players with those two, that's fine. But I'm playing Mitch Marner on every single line today. Him, Austin Matthews, because if those two go off at chalk today and you don't have them, your lineups are dead. Okay, so I would definitely go with at least Matthews, Marner, and then let's see, I do like Kerfoot, though. You can mix and match, as one-offs. Like I said, you can do one lineup where it's just one-offs. I've done that before, and I've had success. But for NHL, stacking is very, very important. Make sure you get the right players on the right lines. It's one of the most important things I can tell you. Let's see. Do you pick players for your core in the higher total games? Not always, Robert. I mean, higher total games are fine to target in NHL, but I kind of just go, what I've been doing is I have my own projections in my head of what I think these teams are going to do, what these lines are going to do, what these players are going to do. And that's what I've been doing. I mean, if you just blindly follow like the total game score, you're not going to have that much. At least I haven't had that much success doing that. That goes for every sport. I think I'm going to go to the Ottawa, New Jersey game. Oh, you live in New Jersey or Ottawa, Bob? Yeah. I think if you stack both of those teams, you can definitely be different today, guys. So that's going to do it for the Live Before Lock video. I'd like to thank all 5 of you for turning in. Not nearly as popular as the NBA videos. Guys, I don't expect these to be. I mean, it's NHL. I love doing these videos, no matter if I just have 1 viewer, 2 viewers, 3 viewers. I do appreciate you guys stopping in. If you want my lineups, ownership, projections, guys, DFSclub.com. Click join now. Click my logo, Skywalker DFS. Pick your plans. We're the cheapest in the industry, and it's not even close. Don't you dare be sour. Come check us out, guys. DFSclub.com. Start winning some NHL with us and every other sport that we play, which is everything. There's people in Discord right now getting excited about tennis because their lineups are looking great, which is good. I love seeing that. Oh, Bob, you live in Detroit? That's right. Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the NBA Live Before Lock. We'll probably do it here in about maybe 45 minutes or so. So thank you so much. I love you. Take care.